just talk a little bit about Nebbiolo and probably where we started from, you know, probably about 22 odd years ago with Nebbiolo itself, and it's one of those varieties that come out of Piemonte, and which really won you know, my heart. Still back in probably 81, 82, 83, drinking some of the great Barolos and Barbarescos out of Piemonte. And so Nebbiolo was one of those varieties that we chased and looked for in Australia, and trying to get some material to plant and to grow. And we finally found some, and we started with a little vineyard of about 5 acres. And I think 91 would have been our first release, which is still sensational today. Looking fantastic, and well, I think we've done about, from 91 to 2008, it's about 18 odd years of growing Nebbiolo. And over that period of time, we planted a vineyard with rootstocks, in mind of grafting it over to Nebbiolo. And it's a vineyard that's right at the top end of our vines, and we're looking at about 380 metres above sea level. It's got a north-easterly sort of facing aspect, probably, you know, a prime position, with in mind of really trying to produce one of, you know, the best example of Nebbiolo in Australia. And we planted this vineyard, and we left it there for about 5 years without really looking at it. On the rootstocks, they hadn't been grafted over at that point of time, because we really hadn't found, you know, the best clone possible to go in that particular vineyard. And it wasn't until, I think, about 4 or 5 years after that we come across a clone which is called the 230 clone, which some ex-professional doctor, specialist type person, which had a nursery out at Heathcote, and he had some of these clones hiding in his nursery, which is quite amazing, really, because you couldn't get them out of the Department of Agriculture. So we managed to get about 15 or 20 buds, and we started grafting this particular site over. And so for the first 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 years, we pretty much just put it into our regular Nebbiolo. But you could see right from day one that this particular site was just producing something exceptional. The fruit was just stunning. You know, it was in balance. The canopies were in balance. The fruit, the bunches, the whole thing was just all just, you know, to the eye, was just stunning. And the concentration of the fruit, the maturity of the tannins were just special. And that was at that point, you know, just really by tasting this fruit, that gave us the impetus of looking at making a pretty much, you know, a Barolo top end sort of wine. And Coronamento was born, basically. So it's a little single vineyard site selection terroir based wine. And Coronamento basically means someone's achievement, and working with this variety for about 25 plus odd years, we feel that we've achieved, you know, probably some of the best examples that we can produce at this point of time out of our vineyards. And I think, you know, the 2002 was the first release, and I think we had a bottle here tonight, and which I hadn't seen for at least a good 12 months, and I'm absolutely impressed. I just love the way the wine has developed and matured. Still looking 2 years old, and it's got another 10 to 15 plus years of life in the bottle as we speak, and it's 2008 as we speak, and I would not be disappointed if I had a case of that wine in my cellar, without a doubt. And you know, Nebbiolo is probably, to me, is one of the greatest varieties in the world, without a doubt. And if I had a choice of a drink and choosing a wine out of a wine list, would be the great Barolos or the great Barbarescos that come out of Piemonte. And I'd like to think that we're not too far behind these boys.